Hello friends. Welcome to Homeopathy Medicines. Today in this homeopathic Materia Medica, I will discuss about homeopathic medicine Natrum silicatum. Before starting this video, please subscribe to this channel. We need support from you to make this channel more beautiful and more informative. Now going to discuss about Natrum silicatum, its uses and symptoms. Has an extensive range of action affecting the head, ear, throat, kidneys and liver and on metabolism. Hemorrhages, especially epistaxis. Produces marked effects upon the internal ear, with vertigo, deafness, noises in ears and loss of bone conduction, hence, its use in Meniere's disease. One of the best remedies for the prostrating after effects of influenza. Lassitude, drowsiness, listlessness, tremor. Incipient dementia. Increases the quantity of bile. Follicular tonsillitis. Head, perfectly rational periods, alternate with manifestations of insanity of a somber character. Vertigo, worse, raising head. All objects seem to move to the right. Dull headache and confusion. Fibrositis of the scalp. Eyes, retinal hemorrhage, albuminuric retinitis with hemorrhage. Iridocytitis due to traumatism with infection, and insympathetic disease secondary to it. Dr. Gradel. Ears, tinnitus of a low tone. Deafness. Auditory vertigo. Chest, dyspnea. Breathing noisy, shallow, panting, pulse irregular. Complete loss of voice. Skin, edema, urticaria, red and circumscribed patches. Tingling and itching. Pemphigoid eruption. Compare lobelia purpurесcens, drowsiness, dizzy headache between eyebrows, cannot keep eyes open, tongue white, feels paralyzed as also do the heart and lungs, intense prostration of all vital forces, deadly chill, without shivering, useful for the low, nervous prostration of grip. The times of aggravation of the symptoms of this remedy are morning, forenoon, evening, night, and after midnight. He feels amelioration sometimes during the forenoon. Formation of recurrent abscesses, it relieves the pain and hastens the flow of pus and abscesses. Aversion to the open air, the symptoms are worse in the open air and he is extremely sensitive to a draft of air. The symptoms are worse from stimulants. He is sensitive to every change of weather from warm to cold and to cold damp weather. He feels all used up after coition. He is worse from cold in general, from cold air, from becoming cold. And after becoming cold, he is always taking cold. He feels worse and his symptoms are worse after easing. He is worse from slight exertion. He emaciates rapidly. Symptoms are worse after cold food, cold drinks, fat food, and milk. There is a marked lack of vital heat. Heaviness felt in body and limbs. Formication through the body. Induration of glands. Inflammation of external parts, of bone. Excessive physical irritability and sensitiveness to jarring. Great lassitude and desire to lie down, lying ameliorates and motion aggravates. This remedy is full of pain, pain in the bones. The pains in the body are boring, burning, cutting, pressing, sore, stitching and tearing. Pressure ameliorates many symptoms. There is a marked pulsation felt all over the body and in the limbs. Pulse fast in the evening and until 2 a.m. There is marked sensitiveness in the remedy. The bones and glands become very sensitive. The symptoms are worse after sleep, worse from touch, when walking and after wine. Trembling and twitching. Great weakness in the morning, from walking, nervous weakness. He is weary throughout the proving. He becomes angry when contradicted. Anxiety in the evening and during the night, but especially before midnight. Anxiety at night in bed, after eating, on waking, during the night. Concentration of mind is difficult. He has lost all confidence in his own judgment. There is confusion of mind in the morning and in the evening, after eating, from mental exertion, on waking. He is overconscientious and there are moments of being discouraged and sometimes despair. Dullness of mind on waking. Worse from reading or any mental exertion. All of the mental symptoms are worse from mental exertion. He is very excitable. He wakes up with anxiety and fear. His memory is very weak, he forgets almost everything. He is easily frightened. The female perverts become quite hysterical. The first stage of imbecility is the general character of many mental symptoms. He is very indifferent to his friends and surroundings. Irresolution is a strong feature and he cannot conclude to do one thing or the other. Irritability in the evening, after coition, after sleep. He no longer desires to live and seems to loathe life. A high degree of mental prostration prevails. Restless during the night driving him out of bed, and with it there is great anxiety. Sadness during menses, with weeping. Extreme sensitiveness to noise. Starting from fright, from noise, from sleep. Indisposed to take a part in any conversation. Vertigo at night, with headache, from mental exertion, while walking, when turning in bed. The following particulars will always yield to this remedy whenever the above generals strongly predominate. There is tension of the scalp and especially of the forehead, falling of the hair, hyperemia, fullness and heat of the head at night, felt especially in the forehead, heaviness of the head and forehead. It is wonderful headache remedy. The headaches are of many kinds and the circumstances numerous. Pain morning, afternoon, evening or night, pain worse after eating, from motion, from exertion, mental exertion, before and during menses, binding up the hair in women, from noise, rising from sitting, after sleep, stooping, straining eyes, walking, wine. Pressure ameliorates, very hot applications are grateful. It is very useful in periodical headaches. With coryza there is severe pain in the forehead especially on the left side, comes on in the morning, pain in forehead above the eyes, pain in occiput, sides of head, temples, pain bursting, drawing in forehead, dull, jerking. Pressing from mental exertion in forehead, as if brain would be forced out, pressing in occiput, temples, forehead, stitching in forehead, sides of head, temples, stunning pains in the head, forehead, sides of head, temples, perspiration of forehead, pulsation in head, forehead, vertex twitching of the head. Uncovering the head brings on headache. The lids are stuck together in the morning. Fistula lacrimalis. Heaviness of the lids, inflammation with ulceration of the cornea, inflammation of the lids, itching of the eyes and lacrimation. Biting, burning, pressing, sore, stitching pains in eyes. Paralysis of the optic nerve. Photophobia, especially in daylight. Staring appearance, swollen lids, dark colors before the eyes, sparks in the field of vision. The vision is dim. Symptoms are worse from exertion of vision. Itching in the ears, noises in the ear with vertigo, humming, ringing and roaring in ears, pain in ears and behind ears, stitching. Tearing in and behind ears, pulsation in ears. Stopped sensation. Hearing is acute for noise. Hearing is impaired. Fluent coryza with cough. It cures catarrh of the nose with crusts and greenish, offensive, purulent, thick or yellow discharges. Epistaxis in the morning and on blowing the nose. The nose is obstructed during the night. Smell acute at first, later lost. Much sneezing. Ulcer high up in nose. The lips are cracked, the face is pale, even earthly, or red with headaches, sometimes yellow. Eruptions on face worse on nose, herpes around lips, vesicles on lips, itching. Some pain in face. The glands of lower jaw swollen, swelling of the submaxillary gland and lips, ulcer on the lip. Bleeding gums, dryness of the mouth, saliva flows freely, speech is difficult. Taste is bitter, bloody, metallic, sour. The teeth are painful during the night, and after eating, better from warmth. The pains are boring, digging, pulsating and stitching. The teeth are sensitive. The throat is inflamed and red, very dry. He hawks much to clear the throat of thick, yellow mucus, sensation of lump in the throat, pain in the throat on swallowing, burning and stitching in the throat. Swallowing is difficult. It cures goiter and swollen cervical glands. The appetite is increased and even ravenous, aversion to meat, a sensation of emptiness in the stomach. Eructations after eating, empty, tasting like food, sour, water brash. Many symptoms of stomach are better after eructations. Fullness after eating. Heartburn, weight in the stomach and hiccup after eating, loathing of food, nausea morning and evening, and during diarrhea, pains in stomach after eating, cramping, pressing, after eating, stitching pain, sore and tender to touch, pulsation in the stomach, retching, sensation of a stone in the stomach, extreme thirst, worse at night, during chill, vomiting on coughing, after milk, bile, bitter, mucus, distension after eating, obstructed flatulence, fullness and gurgling, a commotion in the abdomen, heart, heavy abdomen, pain in morning, afternoon, night, after eating, in hypogastrium, in hypochondrium, burning, cramping, cutting, stitching in hypochondria, liver and spleen, rumbling in bowels, sensation of tightness in abdomen, constipation with difficult even soft stool, fruitless urging to stool, inactivity of the rectum, unsatisfactory stool, constricted anus, diarrhea morning and evening, from milk, painless, still bloody, frequent slimy, thin, watery, constipation with still hard, light-colored, soft, scandy, formication of the anus and much flatus, itching, pain after stool, burning during and after a hard stool, soreness of anus, with cutting, stitching in tenesmus, pressing in the bladder, tenesmus, constant or frequent urging to urinate, worse during the night, urination frequent during the night, involuntary urination at night, must wait long for urine to start in the morning. After urination he feels that he has not finished. Emission of prostatic fluid during a difficult stool, enlarged prostate, burning during urination. The urine is hot, cloudy, copious, troublesome, painful, violent erections, the glans penis is inflamed, itching of the penis and scrotum, pain in the testes, seminal emissions. Sexual passion increased. Swelling of the testes. It greatly restrains the progress of cancer of the cervix uteri. The desire is much increased. Induration of the cervix. Leucorrhea copious and yellow before menses, menses absent, copious, frequent or late, protracted, scandy. Buried down in the pelvis as in prolapsus. Pain in left ovary during coition. Irritation in the larynx, hoarseness, respiration is rapid, asthmatic, deep, difficult, short. Cough in daytime, morning, afternoon, evening, night, dry, hacking cough in morning, loose cough in the morning, cough from irritation in the larynx, cough during chill, cough with expectoration morning and evening. Expectoration bloody, greenish, offensive, purulent, viscid, yellow, tasting putrid, salty. Constriction and oppression of the chest, pain in chest on coughing. Pressing in the region of heart. Rawness in chest on coughing, chest feels sore and bruised on coughing, stitching in sides of chest, especially the right. Palpitation strong, worse at night, after eating. Swelling of the axillary glands. Coldness of the back, itching of the skin of the back, pain in the back during menses, on motion, while sitting. Pain between the scapulas, pain in lumbar region and stooping pain in sacrum, aching in back, lumbar region, burning in lumbar region, drawing in cervical region, soreness in spine, stitching between scapules, in lumbar region, in sacrum. Perspiration on the back, stiffness of the cervical region, during headache. Tension in the cervical region. Weak feeling in small of the back. Awkwardness in using the hands and in walking. Coldness of hands, lower limbs, legs, feet, evening in bed, corns that are sore and sting, cracked skin of hands and fingers. Cramp in calf, foot, toe. Vesicles on fingers and lower limbs. Heat of hands, of feet, of soles. Heaviness of upper limbs, lower limbs, feet. Itching of upper limbs, lower limbs, legs, soles, toe. Jerking of limbs during sleep. Jerking of lower limbs. Numbness of the right arm in the morning, of the arm lain on, of feet. Pain in joints, pain in shoulder. Bruised pain in limbs. Drawing pain in elbow, forearm, lower limbs, thighs, knee, leg. Stitching in hip, thighs, knees, legs, ankles, soles, heels. Tearing in limbs, joints, upper limbs, shoulders, upper arm, elbow, wrist, fingers. Tearing in hip, thigh, knee, leg, foot, toe. Paralytic weakness of side of body, right arm and right lower limb. Perspiration of hands and feet. Restless arms and feet. Stiffness of the limbs. Edematous swelling of feet and legs. Tension of calf. Tingling of fingers. Trembling of hands and lower limbs. Twitching in limbs, upper limbs, forearm, thighs. Weakness of limbs, upper limbs, hands, lower limbs, thighs, legs, ankles, feet. Dreams anxious, previous events, frightful, of ghosts, nightmare, murder, pleasant, vivid. Falling asleep late. Restless sleep. Sleeplessness before midnight, after midnight, with sleepiness. Sleep unrefreshing, waking too early, too frequent. Sleepless during nightly fevers. Chill morning, forenoon, evening in bed. Chill and cold air, after eating, one-sided, chilliness. Shaking chill. Internal chill. Flushes of heat. Fever without chill or sweat from 9 p.m. until 2 a.m. with very red face and hot skin. Perspiration nights, cold, on least exertion, profuse. Biting of the skin after scratching. Blotches here and there in the skin. Burning skin. Coldness of the skin. Desquamation. Dry burning skin. Eruptions, boils, burning, moist, dry, herpetic, itching, painful, pimples, stinging, urticaria, vesicular. Formication. Itching, biting, burning, crawling worse after scratching. Itching, stinging. Moisture after scratching. Sensitive sore skin. Unhealthy skin. Thanks for watching this video. If you want more videos like Natrum silicatum, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. Comment us your feedback. Like and share this video with your friends and family. For paid and free consultancy online, visit homeopathymedicines.com and mashclinic.com. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay healthy, stay happy.